Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna go over my World Cup collection. But before we get into it, make sure you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're aware of all future videos. Okay guys, it's been about a month since I filmed. At this point, I'm just gonna give myself some grace because honestly, Melting Memories is my priority. It is my baby. And it is my main focus. So YouTube does come second, really and truly. So I do take a while to film, but you know what? I still film. At least I still film. I just take a little bit longer. So you just have to wait a little bit. But anyways, we're gonna get right into this. So the reason I created this collection is number one, I am Portuguese. And if you know Portuguese, they are all about soccer. My culture is very, very, very deep into soccer, as are most of the countries in Europe, in South America. So I felt like this was the perfect collection to do for the World Cup. And it really gave me this incentive to create some fun blends, some fun, unique blends. So I decided to go with 5 different countries. I obviously couldn't do all of them. I think there's about, is it 78 countries in the World Cup? Something like that. There wasn't as many countries playing before, and they just decided to open it up to more countries playing. But yeah, I only chose 5 because that would be way too much for me to do. So we're gonna get right into it. These scents are going to launch tomorrow, Thursday, June 11, which is the first day of the World Cup series. Okay, so in no particular order, I'm gonna start off with Lovely USA, and I hope you guys love the design of the labels. I really wanted to add more color to these ones, and I think that they just look so fun. I did end up putting here, if you guys can see, I think it's focusing okay. At the bottom, I put the month. So I did ask in the group if you guys want to still see the months that I poured in and things like that. And it seems like most of you guys do. I think at the time I was like, does everyone actually like really care about the months? But I know you guys do. I think I was just trying to make the packaging or the labels look a little bit more clean. So I wanted to find a way to just make it look like that. So we are keeping the months that I'm pouring it in. So I put it at the bottom, and then I added a little emblem here of part of the flag, something that represents the flag for the country. And then I have here the World Cup trophy at the top. And then obviously you can see here the colors represent the flag. Okay, so we have here USA. Obviously, I held this up for a while so you can see what the scent notes were. So this one, I decided to incorporate baked apple pie because when I think of a baked apple pie, I do think of Thanksgiving, the US Thanksgiving. So baked apple pie with a little bit of honey and with some marshmallow fireside. So I obviously couldn't fit it on here. I was trying to keep everything looking very put together on the labels. And so I just put marshmallow fireside, but this is the marshmallow fireside type. But I just wanted to have fun with these blends. I wanted to make them stand out a little bit more than just doing, for example, a basic baked apple pie. So this is my baked apple pie. So I came out with a baked apple pie a few years ago and everyone really loved it. So I decided to just put a little twist on it and add this marshmallow fireside to add like a little bit of more sweetness and a little bit of smokiness to it as well. And then I'm like, honey would be a nice little extra touch of sweetness as well. So that is the blend that I created for USA, and it is all that. It is that baked apple pie. You get a little bit of hints of that honey. It's not too much. It's not overwhelming. So if you're someone who does not like the scent of honey, I would not be scared of this, honestly. The main scent component you're getting here is that baked apple pie, but then you're also getting a little bit of the sweetness from the marshmallows, but then you're also getting that fireside note, a little bit of a smoky note. It's not, obviously you guys have smelled marshmallow fireside. It is not like this heavily smoky scent. It's just like a sweet smoky scent to me. It is so, so beautiful. So if you like baked apple pie and you like a marshmallow fireside blend, you would really, really enjoy this one. Next up we have Brazil. And this one is a blend of dragon fruit, guava, and Fiji Sands. The Fiji Sands is a Bath & Body Works type. Now, if you go to the store, pick up the candle, smell it. But now add that fruitiness from a dragon fruit and guava. It is such a tropical fruity dream. I love this. This one gives me all the vacation vibes. And when I think of Brazil, I think of vacation. I know it is hot weather down there. And I just think of the fruits. I think of very tropical fruits like guava and dragon fruit, even papaya, mangoes, and the Fiji sands. The Fiji sands just adds this like beachy element to it, makes it a little bit more tropical. And this one is very, very strong. I feel like all these scents are really strong that I poured. But if you're looking for a tropical scent, Brazil is your girl. Then we have Portugal. Portugal has Café, Pastel de Nata, and Salty Sea Air. The reason I created this blend for Portugal is because, well, first of all, the Pastel de Nata is my same scent in the Nata in the Portugal collection that I already have. So if you know that scent and you're familiar with it, it's in this blend. And I decided to add a little bit of coffee and Salty Sea Air because we have a lot of cafes that are by the beach. So I just, you know, thought if I go there in the morning, I can have a coffee and I can have a Pastel de Nata right by the beach. So I figured that this was just a beautiful blend to create for Portugal. And you are getting all those elements. You're getting a little bit of that Salty Sea Air. At first I thought, I wasn't sure if it was gonna work, but it really does work. It's pretty subtle. It's in the background, the Salty Sea Air, but then you get that note of coffee and the nata. It's just like, I'm just taken back to when I go back to Portugal and I go to the beach and I'm having, you know, a coffee by the beach. Like, it's just so beautiful by the waters. You know, you get that ocean smell. That's Salty Sea Air, literally. It's so beautiful. So if you're, you know, wanting to experience what it's like having a nata and a coffee at the beach, then Portugal is your girl. Next up we have Mexico, and this one is a blend of churros with juicy mango, chili lime, and vanilla ice cream. So the reason I came up with this one was because, number one, churros reminds me of Mexico. That's the first thing. And then we have Tajín. If you guys have not tried Tajín, I'm gonna insert a picture here. Guys, go grab it and add it on some mangoes, okay? It is the most delicious thing. You can also add it on watermelon, but I don't think of watermelon when I think of Mexico. I think of mangoes. But yeah, put it on mango. Oh my gosh, and make sure it's nice and cold. It is so good. It's delicious. It's the best thing ever. You can find it at Walmart. Walmart in Canada and the US, they carry it. Where before you would have to actually go to like a Mexican or like a Latin specific grocery store to get it. So yeah, so I blended those two. And I'm like, but I felt like I wanted to elevate it a little bit more. And I didn't know that, is it called Disneyland or Disney World? I think, whichever is in the States. Okay, I've never been, so I don't know. But I had no idea they actually sold churros there with mango and with the Tajín on top. And I'm like, that sounds amazing, but wait, I feel like I need to add something creamy to it now. And that's why I decided to add the vanilla ice cream. You guys, this blend is fire. It is so good. You pick up every single element. You're getting that creamy ice cream. You're getting the juicy mango, but you're also getting that chili lime. It's so good. And then you have the addition of the churro. It is not too much. It is not, when you're thinking of churro, don't think of like that cinnamon heavy. You're not gonna get that with this one. It's just like a little hint of it. It almost adds like a little bit of warmth. So you have like that warmth from the churros, the cinnamon, very subtle. But then you have like the coolness from like the vanilla ice cream, and then the fruitiness from the juicy mango. And then that addition of like the Tajín note, which is the chili lime salt. It is so good. So if you guys want to try something super different and unique, Mexico. Last but not least, we have Canada. So Canada has maple syrup, balsam fir, and smoke. So I think this one is pretty self-explanatory. Maple syrup is the first thing I think of for scents when I think of Canada. And then the second thing I think of is camping. So I wanted to kind of combine that maple syrup with like the elements of camping. So some type of tree note. So I chose balsam fir. But then I think of all the campfires that I absolutely love roasting marshmallows on and all that stuff, but I love the smell of it on my clothes. I don't know, maybe some people don't like that, but I love it because it's just, for me, it's just nostalgic, right? Even when I'm like walking outside, like during the summertime, you're gonna smell a lot of smoke. Like there's a lot of people doing some kind of fire in their backyard, even though they're really not supposed to. But anyways, I decided to blend those three. Now this one, you guys, is beautiful. The main note you're gonna get in this is maple syrup. So this is heavier on the maple syrup note, but then you get that little hint of the balsam fir and you get that smoke. You guys, honestly, like, you know when like you're so excited about something, you're just like, bomb, this is done, and then you just drop it. I'm not gonna drop it. I'm not gonna drop it, but that's kind of how I feel with this scent. I'm obsessed with this. So I obviously have my favorites from this collection, but I'm just like, you guys, I can't. I'm so excited for you guys to try this collection. Now, I did not mention it in the beginning, but this collection is only going to be available in Mega Snaps. This is the first time that I've only launched in Mega Snaps. Normally I only launch in the clamshells, but I'm like, these scents are just too good to be true, and they're only going to be available until they're sold out. So I've poured a very limited quantity on these, and once they're sold out, I'm not restocking. So these are probably going to be a little bit hard to get once they're gone. Okay, so if I had to pick, okay, I want to pick favorites. It's really hard. It's so hard because honestly, I truly love every single one of these. They are all beautiful. They are all great blends. But if, okay, you know what? Instead of me just choosing my favorites, I'm going to choose my favorite unique, you know, but they're all unique blends. Oh my God. Okay, they're all unique blends. Okay, let's do, instead of picking favorites, let me just choose the most out of the box for me. I think that works. I think that works. Okay. The top two most out of the box blends, super unique blends, Mexico. Mexico is definitely one that I didn't think I was going to create. I think maybe I'm basing these off of oils I just didn't think would really work together. And that kind of sound weird when you say it out loud. Like churros and mango and chili lime and ice cream. That almost sounds kind of weird. But it just fucking works. It's so good. Like this one is so good. I just gotta smell it again. And you guys, the colors, like I can't, like just holding up. Canada's the only one that I had to pour in one color because we only got red and white. So there's nothing else there. But like just looking at the difference, like it's just so pretty. I was a little, the only thing I was kind of annoyed with was the fact that every single flag except for one has red in it. I'm like, is there anything else I can use other than red? But I mean, it is what it is. Like Portugal and Mexico, they're literally the same in terms of like the flag color on the sides. But yeah, Mexico, definitely an out of the box set, very different blend. And then Canada, like the Canada one, I just, like I've always thought of when people blend, what is it, sugar cookies and trees, and I think I was like thinking of that at the time as well. And I'm like, if sugar cookies and trees works, maple syrup and trees has to work too. It's just a different type of a sweet note, right? So I don't know, this one just works. That maple syrup, the smoky note, the freaking tree. It's so good. Let me pop one out. Yeah, this one you're gonna get a little bit more of the tree note at the bottom with the smoke. But that, oh my God, guys, I can't. Wait, no, it's not a pat on the shoulder, it's a pat on the back. Pat on the back, okay? I'm just so happy with this collection. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first video back after months, so, you know, I had to have a fun first video, and it was gonna be the collection, and also because it's launching tomorrow, so I gotta go edit this video now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to all my social media platforms, which I will link down below. And if you're interested in buying this collection, which is launching tomorrow, make sure you check out meltingmemories.ca, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.